Good afternoon. So today we will look at the Bojjhanga Parittam. Okay, so it's enlightenment factors, protection. Okay, now before we look into these Bojjhanga suttas, right, in the Tripitakas, right, the three baskets, right, has many references with regard to the factors of enlightenment, right, on different occasions under different circumstances. Okay, so for these Bojjhanga suttas, we are going to see is taken from the Bojjhanga Sangyuktas. Okay, from Sangyukta, in these Bojjhanga Sangyuktas, right, from the Sanghutta Nikaya, you find a lot of Bojjhanga suttas. Okay, and okay, so now you look at this Bojjhanga, it's from the body and anga. Okay, body and anga. Eventually you have this Bojjhanga, body and anga. So here the body means the enlightenment, right? And there's anga means the factors of enlightenment. Okay. So when you talk about the enlightenment, right? Enlightenment. What is enlightenment in Buddhism? What is enlightenment? Is it after become enlightened, you're radiant, become shining? Not like that. So when you talk about enlightenment, it's about the realization of Four Noble Truths, right? And what are Four Noble Truths, right? It's the Noble Truth of suffering, right? Noble Truth of origin of suffering, Noble Truth of the cessation of suffering, and the path leading to the cessation of suffering. Okay, so this is what means by this enlightenment. So you realized. When you come to the factors, right? Factors of enlightenment. Okay, so there are altogether 7. So we will look at them. Okay, so yeah, this is why we said that, this Bojjhanga Sutta is taken from the Bojjhanga Sangyuktas, right? So we will take 2 references from Sanghutta Nikaya, from this Sanghutta Bojjhanga Sangyuktas, right? One is from the Sanghutta Nikaya 46.5, that is the Bhikkhu Suttas. Okay, so okay, Bojjhanga is the saying, Lord, pray. Lord, how far is the name applicable? Like query among of the Buddhas. Then the Buddha says, Buddhaya Samvattanti iti ko bhikkhu tasma Bojjhanga ti vuchanti. Right? The meaning is they conduce to enlightenment monk. That is why they are so called. Okay, so this was the succinct reply of the Buddhas. So it's conduced to the enlightenment. And further says in another suttas, right? Is the pig house. You find this, just as monk in the pig house, all rafters whatsoever go together to the pig, slope to the pig, join in the pig, and of them, all the pig is reckoned chief. Even so, monks, the monk who cultivate and make much of the 7 factors of wisdom, slope to Nibbana, inclines to Nibbana, tends to Nibbana. Okay, so we will look at this brief, right? What are these 7 factors? It's a sati, right? Mindfulness and the investigation of the dhammas, right? Virya, piti, raptures, the tranquility, passaddhi, concentration, samadhi, and equanimity. Okay, so okay, so before we start, usually in all the Paritta chanting, you have a brief introduction to what this suttas is all about, right? So we will look at this. We will also explain what are these introduction, because this Bojjhanga Sutta is very short, right? So I will include what this introduction says. Okay, so we can read together. Sangsare sangsarantana sabba dukkha vinasane satta dhamme cha bojjhange marasena pamadane Bojjitva yecha ime sattha ti bhava moktaka uttama ajating ajara abhyading amatang Nibbhayang gata. Right? Eva ma guna evang adi gunu petang aneka guna sangahang osadhang cha imang mantang bojjhangang cha bhanama he. Okay, so this is an introduction. So we will explain this one. Okay, so this is taken from the first three. Right? Sangsare, sangsarantanang, sabadukka vinasane, satta dhamme cha bojjhange marasena pamadhane. Bojjitva yecha ime sattha tibhava motaka uttama. Okay. So yeah, we look at this. As usual, when we analyze the Pali structures, right, try to identify the verb. Okay. Then if there is no verb, we find any words that carry the root, right? To carry the root. So in this case, you have one that is Bojjhitva, right? Bojjhitva. So the Bojjhitva is a gerund, or sometimes you call the absolutive, right? So Bojjhitva is from the root but. Okay, but means the vacant. So Bojjhitva, right? Is something like having a vacant or having known, right? Having known or having understood, that kind of meaning. Okay, having. Okay, so you can't find the subject here, right? You can't find the subject. Then usually it's having understood, then we're followed by the accusative, the object. So if that is the case, you find the object, right? The object here is all in the accusative. You see, all in the accusative, right? But be careful this one, sangsare. Though it looks like in the accusative plural, but it's not, right? This is locative, right? We will look into it. All right, so having known, okay, satta, of course, is plural, right? In this case, is an adjective to the dhamme, mean having known the 7 dhamma, right? 7 dhamma, okay? Then again, you look at this, bojjhanga. Then, of course, related to dhamma, right? It means that having known 7 dhammas called the factors of enlightenment, okay? You see, especially you look at these verses, it may not be good for a beginner, for a new Pali learner. So you need to be properly guided when you see this kind of Pali verse. Now, they are short, yet you need to be guided because they are not in the proper. So you see, when you look the whole thing and then the verb is hidden somewhere here. Right? Then afterwards, okay. After that, you look at this accusative plural, right? But this accusative plural has nothing to do with Dhamma because this accusative plural is in the right? Vinasane. What is Vinasane? The destruction. I put a dash here to show you that this is a compound consisting of 3 numbers, right? You have the Sabba, Dukkha, and Vinasane. Yeah. So the whole compound here, with regard to the gender, is determined by the last number, which is Vinasane. So Vinasane. So Vinasane is a noun, right? It's a noun. So we call it destruction. So having known 7 dhammas called factors of enlightenment, okay, which is the destruction of all suffering, sabba all, dukkha means suffering, right? So this is how I interpret it, the destruction of all suffering, right? So this compound, if someone asks, what is the compound of this? It's a genitive tatpurusha, right? You take that sabba dukkha as A, vinasana is B, so it's a B of A. So it's a destruction of all dukkha. Okay, so this is one thing. You see, they have to be in the accusative plural. Then afterwards, okay, now you look at this sangsarantana. Okay, sangsarantana. Then probably you need to know a little bit about, the forming of this present participle. Okay, this sangsarantana, right, is coming from the sangsarant. Okay, now I think I need to explain a little bit what is this sangsarang. Okay. Okay, you look at this sangsarantana, right? First is from the sangsarang. Okay, sangsarang. Okay, this is NT form. And this is a present participle. Present participle. Okay. I hope you know what is present participle. We have seen the past participle, right? So if you want to analyze further, sangsaran, right, is from the sang, followed by the root stru. Stru means to flow, right? To flow completely. It means that someone who wanders. So since this is the present participle, right, it's an adjective. So you are describing the person. You see, person, you know, wandering or transmigrating. Okay, transmigrating. You know, going through, you know, the round of the birth and death. So this is present participle. Yeah, earlier we have seen the word of, you know, the arahang. Okay, arahang. Yeah, we know this arahang, right? Arahang is from the arahan. Similarly, yeah, you have the word like sangsaran or sangsara. These two forms are used. Huh? Okay. These two forms. So similarly, arahan or arahat. So this is the stem form. Okay, we will talk about the stem. It means that this is a form that we are going to decline. Right? Decline. So you have the ending with nt. So this is a present participle. So similarly, arahang. Arahang is from the root ar. Right? Ar means to deserve. Right? So when you translate arahat, you are referring to a deserving one. Similarly, the sangsaran, you are also translating like, you know, one who wandering, okay, or wandering one, okay, one who wander. Is in the ocean of samsara, birth and death, right? So if you understand like that, right, this sangsarantana, this one is a genitive. Hey, nothing appear on the screen, huh? But I saw someone pop out the message. Show me that.
On my screen. Yeah.
Oh, is it okay? Oh, that's good.
Okay, it's okay.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay. So this sangsarantana is a genitive. So you are referring to someone, okay, someone, okay, who wanders or wandering. Say it is a sangsarantana, is a genitive plural. So you can say that of a person who wandering in the samsara. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So this is what I want to say. Of course, maybe difficult for some of you, but I think that helps, you know, people who are really keen in the study of Pali. So you are referring to, okay, so this is a genitive plural, and then followed by the locative. Careful, though you have the EE here, but this locative is, this is not the accusative, but it's a locative, right? Imagine, you know, this is a word you cannot be wandering in many samsara. Huh? Okay, so how you translate it? So you can say of people who are wandering, right, continuously. Of course, this is added. This is how you interpret it. In the samsara. Okay. Then you have another part. Mara sena pamadena. Right. This is also an accusative plural. Right. Of course, the sena is army. Army of Mara. Mara. You know the Mara. Mara means, yeah, we usually also say Mara, the evil, right? Evil. So, and the overcoming of the army of Mara. You see, so you look at all these compounds, you can interpret it. But of course, when you interpret it, you have to look at the context. Okay, so this part completed. Then, yecha ime sathati bhava muktaka uttama. Okay, so in fact, yeah, you don't find anything here, but but mukta here is a PPP. Mukta is a PPP, but you see, the whole thing is already, you see, it's an adjective now. So it's also nominative plural referring to the ime sata. These 7, understood as 7 factors of enlightenment. Okay, so we are referring to those liberated, mukta. And the bhava is ablative, right? From the 3 existent, bhava existent. So what is this 3 existences? You are referring to 3 realms of existences of kama bhava, right? Rupa bhava and arupa bhava. Okay, so this is what samsara, from the 3 kinds of the world. Yeah is a relative pronoun here. You can translate like those, okay? Those, so this mukta is a PPP. That's why you can translate like those who liberated. Uttama is like highest, okay? Of course, you can just ignore it, yeah, because it doesn't really make sense when you translate, but it's clear enough with this mukta. So those who liberated from the 3 bhava, right? Yeah, and here is because of ch, right? And is enclitic. So, and this 7, okay, referring to the 7 factors, and those who liberated from the 3 kinds of world. Then ajati, ajara, abhyadi, amatang, nibbhayang, gatha. So you see, you look at all these things, those with little knowledge of Pali, you can guess what it is. Ajati, ajara, abhyadi, amatang, nibbhayang. Like this, nibbhaya is like a Malay word, bahaya, bahaya. Bahaya means fear, right? Danger. And of course, ni is mean away. It means that there is no fear, no fear. You say, oh, or a negation, right? Gata means gone. Of course, here gone means understood as gone to nirvana, but in this case, it's a PPP, right? It's a past participle, right? It's a nominative plural. It means that just now we refer to those people, right? So those people who have gone to where? Gone to all these adjectives. These are all the object. Gone to ajating. Ajating means no rebirth, right? And of course, this is ajara, abhihading, right? No aging, no decay. Abhihading means no disease. Amatang means no death, right? And nibbhaya means no fear, no danger. Okay, so these are the 5 qualities of nirvana. Okay, so this is my translation. I said, they have gone to nirvana. They have gone is because indicated here, right? It's a nominative plural, right? And they have gone to nirvana where there is no rebirth. So these are all adjective clearly, right? No aging, no disease, no danger, no death. Okay, then afterwards, now we look at the whole thing. Evama gunu peta, guna upetang, aneka guna sangahang, osadahang cha imang mantang, bojjhang gahang cha bhahanamahe. Right? But anyway, look at the verb, right? In this one, bhahanama, this is the first person verb, mean we. Of course, in this context, you can just translate like, let us recite. It's from the root ban, right? To tell, to recite. So let us recite. Recite what? Then followed by the object. You see, all these are in the object form, right? We look one by one. So let us recite the Bojjhanga. You see, this Bojjhanga is from this Bojjhangangcha. This Gahang, that is because of M dot followed by C. Okay, then this M dot changed to Ng. Okay, so this is the internal Sandhi. All right, so let you know that this is not a mistake. This is because of the Sandhi. So I interpret it, right? I analyze it. So it's Bojjhangangcha, right? So let us recite the Bojjhanga. Okay, what kind of Bojjhanga? Here. Yeah, which we have earlier. So this is a compound. Evama Gunupetang is from Evamadi Guna Upetang. Okay, so you see this guna. Guna means the qualities, the virtues. Okay. Upetang here is a PPP, right? PPP, so endow with. Upa and E, go near, means someone who endow, right? So upetang is a PPP, right? So endow with what? Oh yeah, sorry. This one endow with, Evamadi. Evamadi means with such kind qualities, right? With such kind qualities, and upetang. So then Sangaha is a collection of aneka guna. Aneka means various qualities. Okay, so it's also adjective to Bojjhanga. So this is what earlier we have said. Bojjhanga possess all these qualities, right? What are these qualities? Like here we have said. So this is how we translate the whole thing, right? Hey, of course, here is mean vocative, right? Oh, good people. Okay, so let us recite this Bojjhanga. This Bojjhanga here is because of Imam Man Bojjhanga. Endowed with such and the like qualities, the collection of various qualities here. Okay, so you can say that let us recite this Bojjhanga, which is endowed with such and the like qualities, the collection of various qualities. Oh, these things describing the Bojjhanga, right? And some of we have not completed yet. This is more important. This is what we are going to do, because it says that it is what is this Bojjhanga? It's osadhangcha imang mandang. So this is also accusative, right? So osadha means the medicine, and imang mandang, right? Of course, this imang is adjective to this, but mandang here is the mantra or the spell or the what do you call? The charm, right? Or incantation, mantra. So sometimes, Theravada, then someone may ask, do we have in Theravada mantra? So this is a thing, people ask now. Yeah, as you can see in this Bojjhanga, they said, okay, now you recite this, which is like a medicine and a mantra. You see, we used to criticize other school, right? Particularly the Mahayana. Oh, this mantra is not, Buddha didn't encourage the recitation of mantra, right? And mantra is a spell of, heretics of others. So, Theravada so much against this mantra. Yeah, you see in our Theravada, particularly in these suttas, you find, these Bojjhanga suttas or any other suttas, which is considered as a medicine and a mantra. Okay, so now we look a little bit of what is this mantra, since we come across this word. Of course, the mantra, tra is a Sanskrit, mantra is a Pali, right? And you look at this word, mantra, right? Tra is a vehicle or the means. Man, mantra is from the root man to think. So it's kind of a thinking vehicle. As you recite the mantra, right, your mind will start, getting, purified, or no, sorry, not they call purified. Your mind start getting calm and concentrated, right? As you recite this, you see, your mind become more and more concentrated. You see, your mind is getting higher and higher and higher. Eventually, your mind got concentrated, something like that. So this is the purpose of mantra. You see, so I think don't get confused with the Buddhist purpose of mantra and others' mantra. Of course, other heretics, right? The chant of mantra is meant for their personal gain, or for kind of supernatural power, for the local, for the mundane benefits, for the gain. Okay, but for the Buddhism, though we use the word mantra, I think we have given them a new definition. What is this mantra? So the mantra here doesn't mean, the kind of the mundane gain for the personal benefits. No, this mantra become a vehicle for your concentration. Okay, it's a method. So through reciting this mantra, okay, again and again and again, and your mind become more and more concentrated. As your mind become concentrated, then your mind also become purified. Okay, yeah. So you see, all our meditation also the same thing. Meditation, as you meditate, right? We have been struggling very hard, to achieve the concentration. Yet most of the time we were defeated by the 5 hindrances. Yeah, and we cannot progress further because our mind is just deluded with all these 5 hindrances. So as we recite, right? This is a mean, okay, a means. So that through which your mind become purified, through which your mind become more concentrated. Okay, so this is the Buddhist definition of mantra. Okay, so then don't get confused. Huh? So don't immediately criticize the mantra, you see? Yeah, but I think we have to understand the mantra in our Theravada Buddhist context. And of course, we never encourage people to recite mantra, right? But of course, we do say mantra, but our understanding of mantra is very different. That's all. They are just a means for the elevating of the mind until your mind got concentrated. Okay, so okay now. Wow, 4 o'clock, yeah. Now, okay, now we recite these suttas. I think we are not going to go into the long suttas, right? Long suttas. We are giving a summary, right? Giving summary, and I think that's good enough, right? And of course, this summary you can recite again and again and again, right? When this sutras finish, you can recite another time. So you can go for 7 times, go for 21 times. That's why you have to repeat it again and again. This is like a mantra. Right? So when you recite this, your mind become more and more steady, more and more calm. Okay. And then of course, when your mind become calm, then your mind become more and more powerful. Okay. So that power, it's not come from the suttas. It's come from, your power of concentration. Okay. Yeah, it's just like the Buddha says, for ordinary people, right? So when you cultivate, the meditation, right? When you reach to a very high level of concentration, you develop certain power, yeah, or we call it certain psychic power, right? You develop the ability to see things, you develop the ability to hear, you develop ability, to see your past life. And you also develop the ability to see the other's mind. Okay, so these are the power that develop through concentration. Similarly, as you recite the sutras again and again and again, that is also a form of meditation. Eventually, your mind becomes strong, right? Becomes strong, right? Okay. And of course, this is also medicine, you see? Medicine. This is a spiritual medicine. That medicines come because of the power of concentration. Okay, so don't misunderstood. That recite this, I can solve all your sickness. No, no. So that is the concentration. Okay, now we read together. Bojjhango sati sankhato Dhammanang vichayo tatam Viriyang piti pasadi Bojjhanga chatata pare Samadhupeka bojjhanga Sate te sapadasina Munina sammadakata Bhavita bahulikata Samvatanti abhinyaya Nibbanaya cha bodhiya Etena satchavajena Soti deho tu sabada Ekasmi samaye nato mogallanan chakasapam Gilane do kite deswa bojjhange satade sayi te chetang abinan ditwa roga moching sutang kani etena sa chevajena soti te hotu sabada ekada dhammarajapi gelanena bipilito chanda terena tang yeva bana petwana sadarang samoditwana abada tamhavut tasitana so etena sat chevajena soti deho tu sabadam pahina che abadati nang nampi mahesinang magahata kilesava patano patidamatang etena sat chevajena soti te hotu sabada. Oh, finish. Is it okay? Oh, quiet.
Okay, good. Sounds very good.
Yes, because I'm using a new one. I'm testing this one. Okay, now all right. So we look at the suttas, huh? The suttas. Okay. Bojjhango sati sankhato dhammana vichayo tatha Viriyang piti pasadhi bojjhanga chatatha apare. Okay, so this is what I have already analyzed. Okay, already split out the sandhi. Split out the sandhi for the sake of explanation, right? Okay, now as we read this, okay, we look at the first part. Bojjhango sati sankhato. Okay, you need not to worry so much about where is the verb. But of course, here you don't find the verb. But if there is no verb, you find any nouns that has verb. So in this case, sankhato is a past participle, right? It's a past participle, right? That means agreed upon, right? Or you can say like recon, huh? Okay. Okay, so this is in a nominative singular. Okay, so nominative singular. Then if it is a nominative singular, then it has to qualify the noun, So in this case, the Bojjhanga. Yeah, this is what we earlier see. You see, earlier saw sati sankhato. I split it so that you can see that it's the sati and sankhato. So the Bojjhanga is a nominative singular, so it's adjective to the Bojjhanga, right? So, and so if you want to translate, you can say that like the factors of enlightenment, right, is agreed upon as mindfulness, okay? Or you can say that, the factors of enlightenment is agreed upon, of course, yeah, as mindfulness, sati. So this is the first one. Okay. Then tatha, likewise, right? Likewise, you have the vichayo dhammana, likewise. So tata is indeclinable, right? Nominative singular, and this is a genitive plural. So vichayo means the investigation, right? Is vichayo of dhammas. So dhammana vichayo tata mean likewise the investigation of dhamma. So this is the second factors. Okay, so here the translation. So the factors of enlightenment is agreed upon, or you can say that is reckoned, right? Or is counted, right, as mindfulness. So this is the first one. Okay, and the second one, likewise, right? Likewise, the investigation of dhammas. Okay, then again you have the viryang piti pasadi bojjhanga cha. Okay, tattha apare. Okay, apare. So here, this is the third one. Viryang, right? Mean effort or energy, right? Piti, you can translate like rapture or joys or jest, like a Pico body would translate. Okay. Pasadi, all right. Yeah, some people translate calm, some people translate tranquility, yeah, whatever it is. So you see, so you have, you see, they are all in the nominative singular, like this, vichayo. And then apare is a nominative plural. Bojjhanga is also nominative plural. So you see, this is the compound, right? In the original text, tatha apare. So I split it, tatha apare, tatha apare. So it's also like and likewise, other factors of enlightenment. Oh, sorry. So this apare is also adjective describing the Bojjhanga. Okay, it's also adjective. Okay, and likewise the other factors. So here, how many factors already included? Mindfulness, investigation of dhammas, effort, joys, and tranquility. So 5. Okay, and likewise others. So this likewise other factor of enlightenment will be continued next. Yeah, samadhi upeka bojjhanga, right? Here is plural, right? And plural. So bojjhanga plural, and this also plural. So this samadhi upeka, right? In the compound, you find the samadhupeka. So we have to be able to split it. It's of course due to the sandhi, the I here, samadhi I is elided, right? Then you put apostrophe. Sometimes, you find apostrophe, sometimes you don't, but that's okay, right? That's okay. So I think as students of Pali, I think we have to be aware of this. It's not a mistake. This is all due to the sandhi. All due to the sandhi. So, and of course, when we learn the Pali, we have to restore all these things, back to the original form. Then to show that they are in the compound, I put the dash here. Okay. So here will be the factors of enlightenment, of concentration, of equanimity, right? So you have the 6 and 7. The 6 is the samadhi, upeka, right? Equanimity is the 7. So we have completed this. Satta ete sabadasina munina samadakata bhavita bahulikata. Okay. Of course, it seems that all these are adjective to the sattha. Sattha. Am I think there is a spelling mistake here. It's not sattha, sattha, long A. No, I changed it. Change it. Okay. Okay. Now, satta plural. Satta. Oh, sorry. This is 7. I thought it. sorry. It is already declined. I thought this. all the beings. Sorry. Satta is already declined. It's a plural. Sorry, it's a nominative plural. Yeah. Then. Okay. Sattaite. Yeah. And then you have the Sabbadasina, Munina, okay? But of course, be careful. Sabbadasina, Munina, this is in the instrumental, right? Instrumental. And you look at the Samadakata, Bhavita, Bahulikata, these 3, they are all adjective to the Sattaite, this 7. Okay, so Samadakata means well preached. Okay, Dakata, this is a PPP form, right? Dakata, well said. So these 7, okay, these 7 factors of enlightenment are well said, right? So it's from the root dish, right? To point at, but it's well said, well preached. So adjective. So you can translate like this 7. Ete means this, sata means 7, right? And then adjective to it, you said well said or well preached. Okay. Then you have the sabba dasina. Sabba means dasina means seeing. Okay. Now I have to add little remark here. Yeah. You see, I have already explained. This sabba dasina is from the sabba dasin. Dasin. Okay. So this dasin, you notice that I have added in. This is a possessive suffix added to a noun to make it a person who possess the seeing, right? So you can say that the seers, right? The one who see means the seers, right? Yeah. So this is also another form. You see, with all these little, suffixes, making a noun into an adjective, right? So in this case, you can say the all seers, right? But of course, when you decline it, it's just like rupa. That's its original is dasa, right? Dasa. Dasa means seeing, right? Or dasana also. And then you remove this, replaced by in. It means that you said one who possess, one who see. Okay, one who see. So you're making it an adjective describing, so you can say that seers. Okay. So when you decline it, sabadasina means seeing one. Okay, see. Then you look at this munina. Munina is also instrumental singular. Munina is from muni. When you have munina, is also instrumental. It's also describing the this double sabadasina also describing the muni. It means that referring to the muni, the sage, who is all-seeing one. Okay, all-seeing one. Or you can translate by the all-seeing sage. So you can say that these 7 are well preached by all-seeing sage. Okay. Then you look at this Bhavita Bahulikata. Bhavita Bahulikata is also adjective to the Satta. Okay, that's why you have describing it. Bahulikata is also adjective to Sattas. Right? Bahula plus PPP or kr, right? Mean much done or repeatedly practice. So you have to do it repeatedly, right? Bhavita also the same thing. Bhavita is from the root bhu, cause to comes to be, right? Cause to comes to be means to cultivate. You see? So of course, you want to analyze further what cause to comes to be. The bhavana, the meditation is coming from the bhavana. It's also from this bhav or bhavita, right? Of course, the bhavita here is a PPP, right? But bhavana is a noun. So, but it's also coming from the same root and from the same causative form. So when we say cultivation of the mind, you are talking about, making something comes to be. For example, right? You see, in us, we have a lot of potential, the wholesome thought, right? The potential, but because of the defilements, all our wholesome mind is were covered, right? So we have to throw all efforts, to make this wholesome mind comes to be. That's why you have to cultivate the meditation repeatedly. Like say, for example, through the practice of loving kindness meditation, then your loving kindness comes to be. You see, usually people, you see, people don't express that loving kindness easily, but it doesn't mean that they don't have the loving kindness just because they have more anger. So through the practice of loving kindness, okay, so you make that the wholesome mind comes to be. Okay, so this is the meaning of bhavita or bhavana. Okay, so here, these sevens are well preached by all saints saged, developed and repeatedly practiced. You see, so here talking about the seven. So these seven factors of enlightenment are so important, and they are. You see, they have to be developed, cultivated, and practiced repeatedly. Samvattanti abhinyaya nibbānāya ca bodhiya. You see? Ettena sacca vajjena sattite hotu sabada. Oh, it is very easy. Huh? So the verb here is samvattanti. It's a third person plural. It's from the root sang and vrut. Okay? Sang and vrut mean to turn. Turn completely mean, you know, lead to or conduce to. Okay? Duce to, conduce. So that's why you look at the English, conduce to usually is governed by the dative. That's why you found all these dative here. Abhinyaya, nibbānāya, bodhiya. Okay? So they are all a dative. Of course, one is masculine, one is a feminine. Okay? And the bodhiya. So what is abhinyaya? This higher knowledge. Abhinya. Abhinya means higher knowledge. It's you are developing, you know, the certain power, like you know, you develop the ability to see your past life, and of course, you develop the ability, you know, to see the mind of others, right? It's just like, you know, the Buddha's, you know, under this Bodhi tree, right? Before his enlightenment, he also developed abhinya, right? Another term phrase is called vidya. Knowledge. So he developed three knowledge. Of course, another one that only can be developed by the saint, that is, you know, the destructions of all the asava or asavakaya. So that is the highest one. But anyway, for this, you develop this abhinya, right? And nibbānaya is nibbana, and bodhiya is awakening. So it's quite clear, no? They lead to. So it means that this seven, right? Seven lead to. Seven lead to. These seven factors of enlightenment lead to higher knowledge. The Etena Satcha Vajjhana, you see all the Parita Suttas, you know, come with this Etena Satcha Vajjhana, right? Sattite hotu sabada. Okay, we look at it. Right? Etena is instrumental, Vajjhana is also instrumental. So it's by this, okay, by this Vajjhana utterance of the truth. Okay, yeah, by this utterance of truth. Then Sattite hotu sabada. Okay, you look at this. Hotu is a verb, right? Imperative, the person, singular, from the verb. Okay, may there be. May there be. And then last time I told you that you have the te, isn't it? This te is a genitive, right? When you have the genitive to them, you know, comes to be, you know. So, and then what else? Soti is a feminine, right? Soti mean, you know, there are many meanings. So you can translate like well-being, you know, the safety or blessing or happiness. So this is a very general term. Or may there be what? May there be blessing, or may there be happiness, may there be well-being, all right? To you, they, to you. Sabada, okay, or is from, sabada means adverb, right? Mean always, at all time. So may there be happiness to you always. Or last time I told you also, when you have the genitive plus the verb to be, you also can translate as have. May you have happiness at all time. That's also possible. Okay. So I hope you get it. Yeah, this is very important. You know, when you want to dress say something, you know, we want to bless someone, Suki Hotu. Yeah, Suki Hotu. Suki also same thing, happiness, right? Hotu mean, may there be happiness, or you can say the Suki te Hotu, Sabada, right? May you have happiness always. Or a short one is like Suki Hotu, right? Or Suki te Hotu Sabada. Also same thing. Okay, so is there any questions at the chat?
Bhante, we have 2 questions.
Okay, so we look at the question first.
Sure.
Is it very long to listen to record the Dhamma while doing household chores or during walking exercise? Boy, very wrong. No lah. You are very hardworking. You are very hardworking. You are so busy yet you still listen to the record the Dhamma talk. So it's better than those not listening anything at all. Okay, so you are very hardworking, so it's not wrong. In fact, we should encourage. Well, of course, not to say all the time like this, but you see, yeah, so it's not wrong. Anyway, the second dasa and pasa are the same. Yeah. Wow. Madhu. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think I add a remark here. Okay. You see, if you look at this dasa, it's from the root rush. Okay, this is Sanskrit rush. Rush means to see. Pasht is from the root pasht. This is also to see. Yeah. You see, in Pali, you have 2 words. One is vipassana. And then another one is vidarshana. They are the same. They are the same. Mean insight. Okay? Because they are coming from the same root. So sometimes you find these 2 terms are interchangeably. So they are the same. Or anything? Sorry. Yeah, you can. Yeah, open your question again.
Namaste, Bhante.
Okay, so okay, from
Bhante, can I continue?
sorry.
Sister Madhu, would you like to ask the questions?
Yeah. Namaste, Bhante. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So there is another term called sparsh in Sanskrit that is also said passa in Pali. So how do we make a difference between sparsha and the pasha, which is seeing, touching and seeing?
Okay. Yes, you are talking about sparsha. Okay, sparsha. Of course, this is a Sanskrit word, sparsha. And then, of course, Pali is potabba, prastalvya, sparsha. Yeah, this is a Sanskrit word, no? Yeah. And then sparsha means the touched.
Yes.
Yeah, prastalvya. Prastalvya is a touched. Pali word is a potabba. Potabba is 2 different things. Potabba. So it's from the pushed. One is a prashed. Yeah, I think you raised a point here, right? So you can see quite different between the Sanskrit and the Pali on these 2 words. Yeah. So sometimes people translate the prashtalvya is like tangible, right? Tangible or touched, right? Touched or tangible. Okay. I don't know whether I got it correct. I hear your question.
Thank you, Bhante.
Okay. I would say they are the same, because of course you want to analyze Abhidhammas, they are quite different anyway. Okay, anyway, we skip this, yeah. Okay, now is Soti mean swasti? Yeah, in Sanskrit. Yeah. I think the spelling mistake, S-O-T-T-H-I, Soti means swasti. Yeah, more or less the same. Yeah. Okay, swasti. Namo Buddhaya Bhante, when will we be given the hard copy of the sutra? After this class, I will give you.
Bhante, how about last week one?
I forgot already. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, remind me. I will do it. I will do it afterwards. Anyway, I will copy afterwards, and then I will pass it to Brother Carl. Okay.
That will be all, Bhante.
Okay. So I move to. Okay, we look at it. Now this is another part. Ekasmi samaye nato mogalanancha kasapang. Okay, I already split out the Sunday already. Gilane dukite deswa bojjhange satta desayi. Okay, you look at the whole thing. Of course, you find the verbs as well as the gerund, right? But we look at this first part, this one is gerund. Yeah, gerund, this one. Yeah, this gerund is also coming from the same root, drush. Okay, drushed. Mean to see. Okay, having seen, right? Yeah, here is a subject, nato. Nato means protector, right? But here also refer to the Buddhas. So the protector, i.e. Buddha, having seen what? You have the Moggallānāñca Kasapang. Is this accusative singular? Okay. Then you also find Gilane Dukkite is accusative plural. Gilane. Gilane means unwell, all right? Dukkite means suffering. Okay. Okay, so how? So the protector, i.e. Buddha, having seen the Moggallāna and Kashyapa, you see, I put comma, and unwell and suffering, and Bojjhange Satta Desai. Desai is the aorist, it's past tense, that person singular. It means the Buddha. Okay, Buddha. Buddha preached from the root. So Buddha preached. Preached what? Preached Bojjhanga. So it's accusative plural, right? Preached. Satta is also accusative plural. Plural. Means Buddha preached the 7 factors of enlightenment. So he preached the 7 factors of enlightenment. Then how about this ekasmi samaye? So they are the locative, okay, locative, but used as a gerund already, right? Ekasmi samaye means time. So at one time, okay, at one time. Then you said the protectors, having seen the Moggallāna and Kashyapa, unwell and suffering, he preached the 7 factors of enlightenment. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this sentence is very clear, right? Nothing much we learn, but this sentence is good enough for a beginner, because the sentence is very straightforward. Okay, then Techatang abhinanditva roga muching sutang kane. Again, etena sachvajena satite hotu sabada. Okay, now we look at this part. Abhinanditva is a gerund, right? Gerund. sorry, it's from Abi and Nan. Nan means to rejoice, rejoice. Right, face to face, rejoice. So anyway, just having rejoice. Here is enclitic. And they mean day. Okay? Mean day. Accusative singular. Having rejoiced. Okay, in that. No, I think I should not in them, in that. Having rejoiced. Okay, having rejoiced in that. Then muching su is aorist, past tense, present plural. Also they, okay, and then from the root mood mean to released. Okay, so they were freed or they were released. Roga mean ablative from the illness, right? They were released from the illness, roga. And then tankane is located but used as an adverb, right? Instantly or in an instant. Okay, at that very moment or instantly or advanced, right? So they were freed from illness in an instant, immediately having joy. So you see, abhinandito is very important. Rejoice. So this is about the practice, right? So that again brings us a very important message. You see, you can ask yourself: is your practice rejoice or not? You know, if you are not rejoice, then it's very hard. I don't know how you're going to progress in your path, right? And of course, you see, being alone, okay, being solitude is also a form of rejoice. You see, so rejoice is very important. That's why we greet someone. Chinese, we say "Fa Si Chong Man." You see, it means Dhamma joys. You know, it's feel. You know, throughout. You see, so when we wishing someone, we say Dhamma joy. May you be joyful. may you be joyous. Huh? Yeah. Okay. Same thing. Etena Sachavajena, right? Yeah, it's an instrumental plural. By this utterance of the pruba is instrumental. So tite hotu sabada. Also same thing. May you have happiness at all time. Okay, may there be happiness to you always. Soti. Okay, now another story. Ekada Dhammarajapi Gelanyena Abhi Pilito. You see here, you notice that I already split the Sunday. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't do so fast. You know, the original way is Gelanena Bhipilito. I already split the Sunday, you see. So that is because due to the A and A, you know, usually Pali, they tend to combine these two and make it lengthen. So anyway, Gelanena Abhipilito. Abhipilito is a PPP, yeah, it's a nominative singular. Since there is no verb, since there is no finite verb, so you have the abhipilito. Okay, it has the verbal function. It carries the verbal function. So abhipilito means oppressed, oppressed or called oppressed by gelana, oppressed by the sickness. So here, Dhammaraja is. You may ask, why you have the long A here? Isn't it a feminine? No, because this Raja is from the Rajan. Dhammarajan. There is a form of declension ending with an, Rajan. Okay, Rajan. When you decline it, nominative singular, Raja. Okay, so you can say that this Dhammaraja, the Dhamma king, was oppressed by sickness. Ekada means one day. Okay, so here I put the error, right? Yeah, so this is the original form. Gelangena bhipilito, right? So I split the Sunday so you can see clearly. Ekada means one day. Okay. So once or one day, the Dhamma king also is because of Pete here. Okay. Also was oppressed by the sickness. You see, so you know Pali, you can translate completely what every single word shown here. Right? Chundaterena tang yeva bhana petuana sadharang. Okay, so here there is no finite verb, but you have the gerund bhana petuana. Okay, so it's recite. Having recited, and tang means eat. Okay, eat, like you said. Having recited, eat. And okay, eva, yeva or eva. Here's the emphasis. Okay, yeah, having recited, eat. Or sometimes you find the text is like tang eva. This is already due to the Sunday, so we split it. Okay, you split it. Of course, our class is not meant to teach you how to look at this, but I think when necessary, I will show you, so that you know. Next time, you don't challenge people that some people make a mistake. Okay, you know that there are this form. It's okay because this is already a Sunday form, right? But we split it, it become like this. Okay, sadhara is adverb, right? Mean very respectfully, right? He is talking about the Buddhas. One day he was sick, right? And then the children came to him, respectfully recite the Sata Bojjhanga. You see, so not to say Buddha never sick, never fall sick, Buddha fall sick. But his disciple also come to the Buddhists and recite the Sata Bojjhanga. Okay. Yeah. They're by the Chunda Thera. Yeah. Having recited that very, that is because of Eva, right? That very teaching of factors of enlightenment respectfully by Elder Chunda. Okay. So Dhamma King here referred to the Buddhists. Samudituana abada tamha vuddhasithana so etena satchavajjena satite hotu sabada. Okay. Yeah, you have the samoditua, it is a gerund, and then you have another word, vuddhasi, this is also another verb. Okay. So how are you going to put it? So first we look at the gerund, samoditua. Samoditua means having rejoiced, having rejoiced. Okay, having rejoiced. It's from the root mood. Okay. Abada, okay, having rejoiced. And then you look at the Vatahi, or is that person. It means that he rose. Utasi means he rose up. Okay, rose up. Ut and star, star means to stand. To stand up means he stand up. Okay, of course, this is a past tense, so we say, rise or rose. So he rose. Who rose the Buddha? Okay. Tamha means is ablative. Here abada is also ablative. You see, be careful all this. If you are not mindful of these things, you probably think of this could be the feminine nominative singular or masculine nominative plural. But this one is this. So from that affliction, from the affliction, and tamha from that. So it's describing that. So the Buddha rose, right, from that affliction. Tanaso, right, this is ablative, right, but used as an adverb already, right, on the spot. On the spot. It means that without moving, on the spot. Immediately after chanting, on that very spot, the Buddha rose, from that affliction. Okay, he rose from the affliction on the spot. Okay, by Chundathera. Sometimes Buddha falls sick also. So when I fall sick, you also chant for me. but chant with mindfully, so that I can rose from the affliction on that very spot itself. And of course, etena satchavajena satite hotu sabada. Yeah, same thing. Okay, yeah, same thing. By the utterance of the truth, may there be happiness to you. Yeah. Okay. What else? Okay, I think we do another little part. Pahina te cha abadha ting nang nam pi mahesinang maggahata kilesava patano pati dhammatam etena satcha vajjena sotite hotu sabada. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, Pahina. Okay, so look at this. This part, there's no final verb, but you have the PPP. Pahina. Pahina means hey, pahina. Okay, abandon. Okay, it's from the ruha, right? So abandon. So this is the nominative plural. Okay, you see this abada. Abada is also affliction. It's also nominative plural. So it's clearly pahina referred to this. Refer to this. And this te is also a pronoun, also referred to. It means that these afflictions are abandoned, or this affliction were abandoned. Abandoned, of course, abandoned by, followed by the instrumental. Yeah, you see? Yeah. This ch is anxiety, so you can translate like, and this affliction were abandoned, and ting nang nang pi mahesina. So these are all the instruments. Okay. Yeah, you can, yeah, it's a dative or genitive. Oh, sorry. Then again, we look at this. Yeah, it's a genitive. So you have to say that, sorry, you have to translate like what you call this affliction of the three great sage. Mahesina is more Mahaishi. Or Sanskrit is called Urshi, right? Urshi. Or even English also you find Urshi, yeah? Urshi. You see, even English will adopt this word. Urshi means the sage. So Mahaishi. So this is a genitive, right? So you can say that this affliction of the three great sages. Earlier, we see these more Sariputtas, Moggalanas, and the Buddhas. Okay, these three. They were afflicted by the disease, and they were all abandoned by these 7 factors of enlightenment. Okay, so these are in short, right? In short, so you see a lot of translations are translated wrongly in most of the texts. So this is a better this is a correct translation. Yeah. So Maggahata kilesava patano pariya, careful this, patano pati dhammadam. Yeah, matahata. Hata means the monominative plural, right? Hata means also same thing like this, but it's from the root han, mean to kill, right? Or having destroyed. Having destroyed. You see, here is having abandoned. One is ha, one is han. Okay, so marga. Marga is path, mean that destroyed by path. What path? Noble Eightfold Path. Kilesa. Yeah, kilesa is a noun, nominative plural. So you see clearly this hatha adjective to kilesa. So it means that this kilesa were destroyed by the path. And what here is enclitic, not enclitic. So this what is indeclinable, mean just as, right? Just as the kilesa, defilements, are destroyed by the path. Okay, yeah, be careful this one. Patano pati dhammadam. In fact, it's from the patha, anupati dhammadam. You see this patha, what I want to show you is this patha is also a PPP, right? Past participle, nominative plural, because you have to describe the kilesa. It means that, the defilements, which has been destroyed by the path, attain. You are talking about the attain, right? Which has been destroyed, attain. And then this dhammata, is coming from the Dhammata. Is from, this is what we call, of course you have not studied the grammar, but this Dhammata, this ta is the abstract noun, feminine, is from the noun mean Dhamma. You see the Dhamma is a masculine, right? When you add the ta, then it becomes a feminine. But in this case, it's abstract noun. So Dhamma means the Dhamma. When you have the ta, you can translate like Dhamma-ness. Like Shunya, you have Shunyata, you know, Shunya means empty. Shunyata means emptiness. So this is the use of the abstract noun. Or usually English also you can translate. You see, the facts of being empty is emptiness. The facts of being Dhamma is Dhammaness. Okay, yeah. Okay, so of course the pata is from pa and up, right? Up means to attain, pa means forth, attain forth, right? So means simply attain a nominated singular. So it's also adjective glacier. Yeah, so I put here. So the whole thing you can translate, just as the defilements are destroyed by the path attained, right? Yeah, just as attain what? The Dhammatang is accusative. Attain what? Attain in accordance with the nature of attainment. In accordance with the nature of attainment. Here, Anupati is attainment. Dhammatang means in accordance with the nature. Of course, this is my translation, but I think that's good enough. All right. So just as defilements are abandoned by the path, attained in accordance with the nature of attainment, attain sachavajena sotite hotu sabada. By this utterance of the truth, may there be happiness to you always. Okay, so this is a summary. 7 factors. So you have to, you see, there are these 7: mindfulness, investigation of dharmas, energy, rapture, tranquility, concentration, and the equanimity. So you can see that these 7 factors are very important in our practice, right? So if you practice this earnestly, right, eventually you will attain enlightenment. Attain enlightenment. Okay, so it bends you towards the nirvana. So you see, these 7 factors are very important. You see, without which there is no way you can attain nirvana. Yeah. Okay, so we are not going into the details of this, but you know, we analyze the grammar. Okay, so do you have any question to ask?